coming from the rock garden walk down to the start of Granite Link, which is just here. This comes from the state track going up, and that's where you'd go if you wanted to continue along the state track. So you turn off down here. Well, this is one way. You can see down next to it there's another track. Down here, what they try and do is steer you down this way. Right, and you end up coming in the downhill bit, coming in from the right hand side. But if you can either come down this way or down there and around, you'll end up at this rock, which gives you a pretty good rock roll, but it's got a good shape. Right, like it goes down in an S. So there's, just hold the brakes, let go somewhere about there, about 2/3 the way down, let go. Then you've got this little rock garden to go over, and you come down, you can come down from there, or there's a couple of other ways, like you can come down here and around the corner there. If you come down here, what you want to do is to go over this drop, and if you can, try and put your wheels through here, right, because it helps line you up to go down this rock roll. And this is the rock roll that I chipped a bit off my elbow on. So this is the one from my box that's a bit scary and a bit technical. Right, now when I chipped my elbow, I was across this side, right, whereas what you need to do is to stay on the peak of this all the way down, and just as you get to here, give it a bit of a pop, and once you get down here you can get back on the brakes again. You probably want to put the brakes on all the way down to about here and then let go, so you've got a bit of speed, and then pop it over here and down here. Now this is also something that I've stuffed up on. It's like a couple of times I went down, and I've seen others do it, and I tended to follow this bit because it looked easiest, but then I ended up over there. So what I've been trying to do since is to come down here and stay on the right side, and then what you have to do is turn a fairly sharp left, and that's why it's better to be on the right side, and then come down this bumpy as shit rock garden. As you can see, there's several big steps. What I try to do is to stay on this bit. Now part of it is from there down here, you start getting angsty about the gap through here. There's plenty of room actually, and you find, like I did, that if you get down to here and you're going too slow, you're going to fall off. You need the berm of rocks that they've put in so that you can turn down here, drop over here, and it's a bit rough and shitty, and run along here, and it's rough and shitty again, and there's a good sized drop here. But what you try and do, get yourself over it. Once you got once you got to here, everything is easy peasy. But you need to come over that and then down the remnants of the rocks, then join up with the rocks and on. And that goes down to about the middle of the aneurysm track. Okay. So here's looking going up again. Right. I've also seen people come down this rock. I'm not up to that yet. I'm still shitting myself just having a go coming down this side. Anyway, there's pros and cons with it. Like, there's not all this rubbishy rock garden in it, but you'd just about have to be sitting over the back axle to stay on it, and then you're going to have to get to the stage where 2/3 of the way down you let go of the brake and you're trying to stop on pretty rough shitty ground. So maybe in another year I'll be back and I'll do that one. Okay, so this is going back up the hill. You could not ride up here. It's hard as buggery just to walk up. So it's steeper than you'd think. So don't feel confident of going down there because you've got down here. Right, and have a look at this again. See, from there down to here, you need to be jumping the front wheel out so that it lands here somewhere. Otherwise you'll end up doing what I did, and that was going over the bar, and with all these rocks the chance of getting an injury is pretty high. I came here a few weeks ago with Danny, and Daddy wrote it down, but what I thought was good was, well, he didn't go all the way down, but he went down to the easy part and pushed his bike back up the track again, which I reckon would have been the hardest part. This is the alternate track. Like, you can go down here and go to what joins onto the state track, or you can turn down here and go in through there. And what I always find is that you think you're going to crush your fingers on the bars here somewhere. So I've been across here, but one of the problems you get is you get here and you've got to set up for a turn about here, which is hard on this little bit of a rise. And this is the alternate. That some people do, and I reckon it's 50 degrees in the steep bit down there, so it hollows in like it goes over and in. You want to keep where the bike wear tracks are to try and minimise the chance of the back wheel going over your head.